go.
Okay, here we go.
All right, yeah, let's do it, dude.
Here we go.
Yeah, I love it.
Here we go.
You start. Flacco. He can throw.
Woo! Flacco.
He can throw. Oh, yes, he can. Woo! To Cooper, baby.
300 yards.
Woo! 3 touchdowns.
300 yards.
3 touchdowns.
Flacco.
He can throw.
He can throw. Flacco.
He can throw.
Yeah. Flacco.
Woo! Thank you,
Right
Joe
on.
Flacco.
Thank you, Joe Flacco. We're going to have some dude
Yes,
in that win
we are.
yesterday.
Woo.
Can you believe it? The Browns 10 wins, man. One away from just clinching a playoff. I think they're in anyway. But
Yeah, absolutely, baby.
all I have to say about that game is holy crap. Joe Flacco, I can't believe they signed him. And he's only been there, what, maybe 2 months, maybe?
Yeah, tops.
And he looks like he's been there his entire life. He looks like he's 25 years old again.
And he's having fun, man.
Oh, my God. It's crazy, man, to think about this team with Joe Flacco, our arch enemy at one point.
Yes, he was.
So, anyway, I just want to say great win, Cleveland. 10 wins on the season. That was awesome. Awesome. What do you have to say there, Z-Man, about
Well,
this
hey,
win?
dog. Welcome to Dog Pound Rants,
Pound
too.
Rants,
We're
that's
excited, man. We're excited.
This is our
here.
Christmas,
Woo!
pre-New Year, whatever
And,
edition.
I'm going to be on a 36-22 victory in Houston on the road.
Awesome.
Dominating. And I'm going to be honest. I can't remember. Can't remember outside the Kozar years because, Schottenheimer always had those guys ready to roll.
Absolutely.
And I think our most wins in a season is 12.
Yep.
We have a shot at that with the Jets and Bungles on the schedule, but we're dialed in, man, as a football team. And to come out the way they did yesterday and just say, fuck it, let's throw it downfield to Cooper to start the show, and we get up 7-0, man. And I love the fact
killer.
we always want the ball because our defense is so good. Why put our defense out there first? Now that our offense, I think the last 3 weeks we have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense, man.
Number one.
It's insane. And Coach Stefanski says we're 1-0 every week, man. Next week we play the Jets. We win. We earn the second season, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
I love it. I just love it, man. Yeah, that was huge. Win on the road. The defense played lights out on the road. I don't think the first string defense allowed it.
No, they
anything.
didn't.
They
No,
didn't
no
allow
points.
Squatteroni
No.
against the Texans. I mean, granted, the Texans have injuries too, and they had Case Keenum. But, hey, we're down to our 8th and 20th third string fucking
Offensive
guys.
line and
And a quarterback who was sitting on his couch 2 months ago eating chips watching the fucking games. Joe Flacco, God bless him.
Joe Flacco,
He is.
man.
And I'm going to say this, and I don't give a shit what any Browns fan. I've been a fan since '72. We have never, ever had a quarterback like Joe Flacco, a guy who just slings that fucking ball, pinpoint passes, and even if he makes a mistake, it doesn't even fucking matter. I mean, yeah, we had Bernie Kosar. I love
Brian
Bernie.
Sipe.
I love Brian Sipe. Those were the only two notables that I will ever
we saw in our lifetime.
That we saw in our lifetime that'll ever stick with me. But this is absolutely fucking amazing what Joe Flacco is doing. And those passes to Cooper yesterday, holy shit. I've never seen that. I don't give a shit what any fan says.
Broke the record, Cooper. So no one's
Right.
ever seen it in Browns history.
No one's ever seen it in Browns history because they broke the fucking record, man. So there you go. So on the offense, we're talking offense already.
Go ahead,
386 yards and 3 touchdowns. Joe fucking Flacco.
Flacco.
Woo! Shit.
Love
That's
him,
his
man.
third 300-yard game in a row. Yeah. That's another thing I don't think I've ever seen a Browns fucking quarterback do. And 3 touchdowns every fucking
That's
game.
the Joe Flacco, baby.
Right. I don't give a shit. I'm not even going to mention any of his mistakes because you know what? His mistakes are so small compared to his fucking accomplishments in each game.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love him because you watch his press conference after the game, his demeanor, his professionalism, his style, his aura. He is a fucking pro that we've never had, and I keep stressing that. And, and then what can I say about Cooper? 265 yards, 2 touchdowns. Are you shitting me? A record-setting day for them. It's crazy. The running game, nothing to mention. I don't know. Go ahead, Z-Man. You take off whatever you got there.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say the Flacco to Cooper to get a TD on the opening drive. Get the ball, score, and then you're putting pressure. And the thing with the other team is that you're going to have to, you're down 7-0 already. You're down 7-0, and you're facing the Browns defense trying to come back. So if we could put, and I love that we don't defer anymore. Fuck that. Let's get the ball, score. And then they're already thinking, oh my God, we're already down 7. And we got to try to get some points against this defense. In Houston, Case Keenum, he didn't want any more, man. But I want to say this. On the offensive side of the ball, man, it's Flacco mania, baby.
All right.
Woo! And that's what we're talking about. You can't say enough, like A-Dog said. We can't say enough about his professionalism, his demeanor. And, the one interception was a Hail Mary before half anyway. It was intercepted. So who cares?
Big fucking
means
deal.
nothing.
Means nothing.
I'm going to give some names here on the offensive side of the ball that, as I sat there at the end of the game was done, toasted, and what I saw was, man, I sit back in my chair, my recliner, and I'm thinking to myself, we're on the road, we got a victory, but I've never seen, like A-Dogs, I've never seen Browns team like this, where we just smother both sides of the ball now. Offensively, we were struggling where we had to rely on the defense. But when you're putting up 36 points and your quarterback's throwing for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns, man, that's over. That's lights, and we should squash and smash a lot. But I'm going to mention some names here. Amari Cooper, baby. The Chief, David Njoku. Elijah Moore. How about Akins, the tight end, getting in on it? Tillman, Bell, Brian Hunt. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he targeted 12 people. Goodwin didn't get anything, Strong Jr. and Ford. But what we're doing is we're spreading the ball out. Who do you stop? You got to stop Cooper. Oh, my God, you got the Chief. You got Akins now. Tillman's catching balls. What he's doing is spreading the ball around that we've never seen before. Yep. And you can't, we're going to shut down. We'll shut down Amari Cooper. Is that a plan? But then you got the Chief, who also, you know what? He's a pretty damn good receiver. And Moore and Akins now. And Tillman. I love Tillman and Bell. Yep. But the one thing I worry about is, A-Dog mentioned it, the running game. And Ford, I'm going to mention their names. Ford, 25 yards. Strong Jr., who I'd like to see get more carries, at 22. Hunt had 11. Flacco had 1. And DTR, another thing, get rid of the fucking cute plays, man.
Yeah,
please.
fuck the cute plays.
If you want to do it on 2-point conversions, it was good. But during the game, don't take the ball out of the master's hand, man. Our Zen master, Flacco.
He is the Zen master.
But, yeah, the running game going forward, obviously, Houston struggled without, they had injuries. And Stroud played, maybe it's different. I don't think so. I think we still win this game. But, yeah, we got to find our running game again. And I know the line is depleted. Somehow we got to try to manufacture a running game, because you go on the road in the playoffs. And I don't know if we're going on the road in the playoffs. We still have a shot at the 1 seed also.
We have a shot.
So Miami and Baltimore play next week. And that'll be a very interesting game.
We're going to be Miami fans that day.
And we're trying to get two wins in 4 days here, baby.
Right on.
But that offense was clicking.
Yeah.
Was clicking.
And like you said, man, it's all about spreading the ball around. Flacco is probably one of the best quarterback we've ever had for seeing the whole field. He sees everybody, and he knows where to get that ball. We've just never had that. I mean, like you said, what is it, 12 different receivers targeted? Are you shitting me?
Never.
We've had quarterbacks that barely can do 1 and 2, much less a 3 and a 4. Are you shitting me?
And we're always saying there was points in this season early on, even with Watson, we're like, get Cooper involved.
Right.
Get fucking Bell involved.
Watson's a bust.
We don't need to see that anymore, because Cooper's involved, baby.
And if they don't sign this guy next year, maybe do a 2-year contract, just eat the Watson money. I mean, Cleveland's been disgraced with a lot of bullshit in the past. This is kind of a disgrace. Just eat that contract. I don't care if you just sit him on the bench, but Flacco is the man in Cleveland. If you get rid of him next year, there's going to be a revolt. I hope nobody goes to any of those fucking games, because it will not be like we're seeing right now. I guarantee you that.
And as you said, if you watch the people coming on Cleveland.com, coming out of the stadium, it's Flacco mania. Flacco mania. Flacco mania. And there was a lot of Browns fans down in Houston, baby, supporting the dog pound
awesome.
on the road, baby.
Yeah, so, and then going to defense now. I mean, Yeah, the defense didn't, pretty much the first starting defense didn't let any fucking points, man. They didn't let them do shit. Obviously, when they started playing their second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever stringer defense, Texans came back a little bit, but whatever. Who gives a shit? That was all just garbage. So, defense still Schwartz swag. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely.
Thank God we got Schwartz when we
swag,
did
baby.
at the beginning of the season, and he's made that defense killer. This whole team, even the defense, kind of reminds me of that Ravens team that won the bowl.
Yeah.
They got a good, solid quarterback, Flacco again, and then good, solid offense, good, solid defense all the way around. And it's going to be rough if they get in the playoffs against anybody, and especially if we get home field. Holy crap! You never know. You just never know. I'd love to see him in a bowl. I'd love it. Okay, defense, Z-Man, what do you got for defense?
Schwartz swag, as you said. Schwartz swag. But I've got to say, I'm going to give a shout out, man, to Darius Smith.
Zadarius
Smith. Was balling yesterday, balling. And that guy, just think about, you could take away Garrett, but you still got to deal with Jock, Smith. You got Ward in there, and Emerson Jr. Emerson Jr. took a couple penalties, but made up for it, man. And I don't mind the penalties. I know the one was like a hold that if he got loose, it probably would have been a score. But it's only a 5-yard penalty on a hold. Take the fucking hold, get to the huddle, and go back on D. But that defense is just ripping, roaring, and they didn't give up shit. Yep. They really didn't give up shit.
They didn't give up.
And they were actually on the bench when those 2 garbage touchdowns were scored for Houston. And then Schwartz, what I like was he ripped the second unit of new assholes. They were coming off, and he was just on them. And he said, "Get your shit, Garrett. All those guys, get ready. You're going back in." And they went back in and shut them down, baby.
Yeah,
and they did. They stuffed them out. And that was great it for defense. The Houston Texans, man. But yeah, they're definitely when you have the last 3 weeks the number 1 offense, and then you're countering it with the number 1 fucking defense. Who's gonna stop that? We go anywhere. If we play like that on the road, we're gonna be okay.
We're definitely going to be okay.
Flacco upright, we'll be all right. Woo!
Yeah, man, they got to keep Flacco healthy, happy, and just keep him upright. Okay, now special teams. I got
this
nothing.
This is your special team.
Yeah, my special team. Again, the kick return game is disgusting. It's been that way all year. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that way the rest of the year. I don't know what they're going to do to get some kick returns. I mean, in the playoffs, it would be a definite help to get some kind of returns, 15, 25 yards, 30 yards, get some big returns, but just not happening. Kick game, I mean, we had, Hopkins was hurt, so the kicking game was pretty lagging, so they had to go for 2-point conversions. But you know what? With this team, I'm almost thinking, fuck it. Fourth down, any fourth down in their end of the field, just go for it. And anytime you score now, fuck it, go for 2. I mean, unless Dustin Hopkins is back and you're up anyway and you can just kick the field goal, but fuck it. Just go for the 2 points. That's another pressure on on that other team, especially if you get that 2 points. If you miss it, oh well, it's a point. Whatever. This team, like I say, just seems to make up for their mistakes on offense and defense right now, so everybody's playing their balls off. Special teams, that's all I really got. I don't know what to say. It's a special team.
Well, you're coach there for the special teams, dog. Mm-hmm. I have a couple issues, man.
Go ahead.
Number 1, we scored a touchdown, and then you give up a fucking kick return, and not that it hurt us, but at that moment, man, we're up 21-0, dude, and you give up a fucking touchdown, and they felt a little bit. You could see a little bit of a swing. Not that it mattered, but dude, fix that. You got to fix it. And also for us, and I like the going forward on fourth down in there and going for touchdowns with the way the offense is humming. But in the playoffs, you're going to need some field goals here and there, especially if you have to go on the road.
Absolutely.
And to have coming out of halftime, the sideline reporter asked Coach Stefanski, if we have an emergency kicker. And his answer was, no, I have nobody.
We have nobody kicking.
If he and Hopkins running to try to catch the kick return. That's how he pulled his hamstring. It's ridiculous, man. You're a pro athlete, man. Not that, and I love you, D Hops, man. He's won games for us, and I have no ill will. But you have to have them. Nobody on that team could kick a fucking ball. I mean, even try. And I know, we went for it a couple times on fourth. The game was out of hand as it was, but there'll be a close game maybe down the road. And if you have no kickers available,
you're screwed.
We have to have a field goal kicker, man, because you're not going to play. We're not playing Houston in the playoffs.
I'm pretty sure they're smart enough this week. It's a short week, maybe not this week, but next week to get somebody in. That can
that at least anybody. I mean,
They could have got Cade back if he didn't get signed.
And
at least he knows the system. But fuck it.
And then they had Bo kicking off, and he could barely get it down the field.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. You're a pro kicker, man. We used to have Steve Cox as our punter.
Shit.
And he used to kick 60-yard field goals. He was just our punter. He wasn't our starting kicker. Yep. But they'd give him an opportunity. I think he won a game on a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah, he had a big fucking
But,
Let's
figure it out a little
80s.
bit. No ill will towards the special teams at all, or the team.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking team win, but we got to figure out the kicker situation because if we're going to need one in the playoffs.
Yep.
Field goals are going to be a premium. You can't just keep going for it on fourth down in the playoffs because if you do that,
maybe not. I don't know. I don't totally. I mean, I think in their end, if you're within their 30. Even 35, I think you could go for it at this point.
I like it.
I mean, it's gutsy. But
to be up by 14 was a little scary there. And not scary, but you never know. There was still 4 minutes on the clock, and it turned into a 14-point deficit. Whereas we had a couple more field goals. It would have been. I mean, the game was over anyway, and I get it. Yeah. But we'll figure it out. Just figure
special
that
teams,
out.
Yeah, they've been lacking on special teams other than the kicking, but now they're lacking on kicking, too. So they better get that shit together before the playoffs. Here we go. Hero Clown. Woo! All right. You want to go first with this?
I'll go ahead, A-Dog.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. So, obviously, my hero is Joe Flacco. Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
How can he not be our hero at this point?
Cannot.
He's totally brought this team, who knows where they would be right now if we still had fucking PJ Big Balls Walker and DTR quarterbacking this team. I don't think we would have got some of these wins, against some of these bigger teams. Maybe not. I don't know. But Joe Flacco is a fucking hero, and if he gets us into the playoffs or even the fucking Super Bowl, I can't even imagine that. Browns in the bowl with Joe Flacco. Woo! I will personally build a fucking statue. I'll mold it out of clay, whatever I have to do, and I will drive that motherfucker all the way to Cleveland Stadium and plant it there. Because, like I said, we've never had a guy like Joe Flacco. God bless you, Joe Flacco. Thank you. Clown. I watched back some highlights of that game yesterday. And the Texans are a really good team also, and they're just like us, tons of injuries, but their injuries seem to be hurting them a lot more than us. I really don't have a clown. I didn't really watch many other games that I could spread the clown out to, so I'm going to refrain from giving a clown this week. Okay, that's all I got.
All right, I got a couple heroes and clowns.
All right.
My clown is actually in another game. Because, is in another game. But my hero this week isn't a player, and it isn't a coach. It goes out to our general fucking manager.
Oh, Andrew
They
Barry.
showed him in the stadium, and when we scored a couple of times, he was smiling. And it's, Barry, to me, there was only one quarterback they were going after everybody got hurt, and that was Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
And Barry, he said, we're signing Hunt. We're going to get Barry. We're going to get Flacco. And to see him sitting there proud of what he's put on the fucking field. Because at this point in the season, with all the injuries we've had, if you're another team, you're probably at 4 wins on the season.
Yeah.
We got to number 10, magic number 10. We beat the Jets. We clinch a spot in the fucking...
I love it.
With all those... Give me some.
We got to win this
With
game.
all those injuries that we've sustained... And I'm going to go back 6 quarters into the season in Schittsburg, where we lose who I think is, outside Myles Garrett, our stud, number 1 player in Nick Chubb. And they could have folded at that point. But no, Barry said, don't worry about it. I'm going to dial in. He dialed up Kareem Hunt, said, we need you. Come back in. And then, we flubbed around with the court with Watson. Then he ended the season injury. DTR, he won us a game that was important. PJ Walker, Big Balls Walker, who I do love and respect and thank him for that win against the 49ers, coming off the fucking practice squad. And then when all that kind of shit, we went and got Joe Flacco. So Barry is my hero, of the week. And now my clown.
The clown.
My clown has nothing to do with this game. Because the Houston Texans, man, and what D'Amico Ryans is doing over there as a coach, man, definitely a Coach of the Year candidate. I believe Coach Stefanski should be. But what he's done with that team in Houston, and our draft picks.
All our good draft. They still got another one coming.
And, so I give Houston mad props. But my clown, man, is I'm going to the Dallas-Miami fucking game. Because last week when the Dallas Cowboys got destroyed by the Buffalo Bills, and they did. He comes Jerry Jones. Well, the weather, beautiful day down in Miami. You fucking lost again. So my clown is Jerry Jones. Just zip your mouth, man.
Zip your mouth.
Zip your mouth. He was also talking shit about the Eagles, who the Eagles pretty much have owned them through the last few years,
and probably will.
And they beat them. I get they went down to Dallas and the Eagles shit the bed, but the Eagles are going to win that division. You may have to go back to Philly. And he was talking shit. So as an owner, shut your fucking mouth, Jerry Jones. Because you know what? You had a beautiful day in Miami, and you still lost. I know Dak had a good game, and I like Dak, but they lost. So that's
Jerry
my clown.
Jones is the clown. All right. I like that, clown. Yeah, man. I'm been harsh on Barry and Stefanski, but to this point in the season, are you kidding me? What they've done with basically, guys off the street most of the time. They better sign both these idiots to long-term contracts. I'm sorry I said idiots. They're fucking brilliant, really. I've been anti, the, what do you call them, the Ivy League guys. But what they've done with this team and these guys and the signings, are you shitting me? I won't say another word. It's amazing what they've done. Win, lose, or whatever the rest of the season. Great job. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Z-Man's Megaphone Play of the Game.
Now, this necessarily isn't a play, but this is the after fact, man. And I got to give it up because we've never seen it in the history of the Cleveland Browns. So It's not necessarily a play, but this is Amari Cooper. 11 catches for 265 yards, 2 touchdowns, 24.6 yards of reception. Congratulations to Amari Cooper for being the number 1 receiver in Browns history for the game. Woo! And think about the Paul Warfields and the Webster Slaughters and the
Langhorne
just
and Slaughter and
the amount of
the receivers,
the amount of receivers in the history. And there's so many to mention, but
too many.
But to have 260 fucking 5 yards, so it really wasn't necessarily. It was just a body of work for the fucking game, man. That's my megaphone
play
of the game, baby.
Z-Man. That's
now we're gonna do A-Dog's star of the game, baby.
That's right, my gold star,
star, baby. Let's give it up.
Star. And now. This is a pretty simple gold star, and again, it's not just one person. This is the combination of Joe Flacco and Amari Cooper. I mean, gold star for that hookup combination in that game. Are you shitting me? Some of those passes, that one sideline pass where Flacco was getting swarmed in the pocket, and he held up and threw that ball pinpoint to the exact fucking sideline where Amari Cooper was covered and caught that ball going out of bounds. Are you shitting me? If you didn't see that play, go back and watch that highlight of that play.
The toe tap. Boom, boom.
That, to me, was the most amazing play I've ever seen in Cleveland history, man. Those two guys. So my gold star goes out to both of them guys as a hookup, as a combination. Amazing. So anyway, there you go. Closing out here. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year's coming
safe
up.
out there.
We got, this show will be Monday night. It's going to be tonight. This is Christmas Day. We're working on Christmas Day.
Yes, we are.
Because we love Cleveland and the Browns so much. And then our pregame show will drop Wednesday just before the game, Thursday night against the Jets. So Dog Pound rants and all that. I got really nothing else to say, man. This team has been absolutely freaking amazing. The entire team, the entire organization, no matter what's going on up in the upper decks of this fucking organization, I don't give a shit. They've put their heart, their soul, their money, their fucking time, energy, and everything into this team this year. So let's go, man. Let's go Super Bowl or fucking bust,
baby.
Go ahead, Z-Man.
Thank you, A-Dog. It's an emotional day, man. It's Christmas Day. I visited the cemetery today. I visited my mom. Our dad was cremated, but I want to give a shout out to all the people that we've lost. And we love them all and miss them. And you guys probably know, and your families also. But sitting there yesterday, I did get emotional thinking, man, all the years I watched the Browns with my father, just hoping that we'd have a team maybe to watch like this. And there was some good years with Kozar. There really was, where we should have went to some Super Bowls. Just didn't happen for us.
Should have won some Super Bowls.
And sitting there yesterday on Christmas Eve, because we always celebrate on Christmas Eve, watching the Browns just dismantle the Houston Texans. And I thought to myself, man, I'm fucking lucky. This was the team. My father always said when he was growing up, there was the Giants and Browns on TV. And I know if he was a Giant fan, we'd already have some Super Bowls, but being a Cleveland Browns fan is a little more special. It is being because we've had a lot of heartaches in Cleveland.
Oh my God.
But I thank my dad for, we inherited this fucking team. And what we've done this year, I just wish he was there with me. And I know he's with me to see it.
He's with us,
but what we're doing, man, I sat after the game, and I thought to myself, man, this team really has an opportunity and a chance to win a Super Bowl going. When you have the last 3 weeks, the number one offense with Joe Flacco and the number one, what we're doing on defense, man, it's going to be, and we could take that on the road and be road dogs and go into places like Baltimore maybe, or I'm not afraid. Even if we get a wild card, we're the 5 seed, dude, we're going to the South where we've beat everybody. We beat Jaguars, we beat the Colts. Whoever wins that in Houston, whoever wins that division, and they all lost yesterday. They're all 8-7. So I would love to go back to Jacksonville, and I'd love to go back to Houston if one of them wins. And, I think we're built to win a lot of football games right now. And let's go, baby. And that's what I have to say.
Brownies.
One more thing.
Yep.
Referees, too. Put the flag. Yesterday it was flag after flag after flag after flag after flag. Just let them play the fucking, especially the game's out of hand anyway. 36 to set, whatever it was at one point. Put the fucking flags away.
Exactly.
As a referee on Christmas Eve, aren't you saying, listen, we know there's no fucking, no way Houston can really, even when you're throwing the flag after flag after flag. Let these guys play a little bit, man. Yep. Let them play a little bit. And that's my closing thoughts.
All right. Awesome, man. Well, Dog Pound Rants. Looking forward to the Jets Thursday night. We can clinch this, get into the playoffs, and then anything can happen. If they clinch this, then, I'd rest those guys the next game. Obviously, they probably will, especially Flacco. Rest him. Give him some rest. Maybe do a drive or two with him just to keep him sharp, but then screw that. Anyway, let's go. Let's give him a...
Yeah, dude.
Brownies. Here we go, Brownie.
Woo! Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Row, row. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Row, row. Yeah! I love it.
Dog Pound Rants.
Like and subscribe, everybody. And we're getting more subscribers.
Yeah!
Woo! Let's go, baby. Flacco, Flacco. He can throw. Oh, fuck yeah, baby.
300 yards.
Flacco, Flacco. Woo! He can throw. Woo!
More than you know. He throws a lot of touchdowns.
Cooper.
And yards to Cooper.
That's a shout out to Bernie Kosar. The Bernie song,
baby.
Bernie
song, right on.
Woo!
Happy New Year, everybody.